So, the new attacks are accusing me of killing my mother, telling everybody else that I am responsible for my mother's death. My mother died, as far as I can figure, from liver failure, from excessive alcoholism, which is what I have been saying for years. The woman never stopped drinking. Ever. Ever. We would wake up for school and she would just be passed out. If she was home, sometimes she would go wandering and be found someplace else. One morning we found her in the ditch at the end of the road. Another morning she just went to jail because she was barking at the neighborhood dogs. Jack Daniels, Wild Turkey, Crown Royal. Mom's best friends. For years and years and years. She started drinking when she was 13. She drank with her father. When she was 13 years old, she began drinking with her father, and she continued drinking heavy, hard liquor every day until she destroyed her liver, which is what happens if you drink hard liquor by the gallon. And so I did offer part of my liver to her last year, not for lies, for the truth. Now, I was never contacted about that because, as an alcoholic, she could not have had a liver transplant anyway. They don't give them to alcoholics. Do you know why? Because they have decided that if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed their liver, you chose to do that and do not deserve somebody else's body part because you'll just destroy it. I was offering to give her my organs, knowing that she would just destroy them. What do I care, right? It would lessen my life. I also couldn't have donated because I haven't been vaccinated for COVID, and I doubt my mom was. So, there were a couple of reasons why I would not have been able to donate. They never tried to even find out, but I offered. And now people are saying, well, she's dead now because you didn't donate an organ. She's dead now. Nobody is obligated to give an organ to another family member, especially one who you're not close to. I did nothing to hurt my mother. My mother is dead from years of excessive, heavy alcoholism, which is a truth that I have been saying for so long, and y'all have been saying I was lying. She's not an alcoholic. She's never had a drink in her life. Her liver just magically cirrhosed itself. Imagine coming to somebody after their parent dies and saying, you killed your mother. That woman who spent 57 years drinking heavy of her own volition, that's your fault. You killed her. See, my family does that. Everything gets blamed on me. My mom did it. My mom did that too. She would blame everything on me. Things that had nothing to do about me. Like me and Meemaw were up, we were up with Kathy actually. We had taken my mom. And we were talking about my prom. And my mom got angry because she didn't get to go to her prom. And so why should we talk about mine if she didn't get to go to hers? She was like attacking me and acting like it was my fault that she didn't go to her prom. An event that happened before I was born that I clearly had no say in. She didn't go to her prom because she dropped out of school. It was the same thing when I graduated. She was angry and jealous that I graduated high school, as if I had stopped her from doing so, when she was the one that chose to drop out. And now they're saying that I killed my mother, like I'm the one that was pouring the wild turkey down her throat. I don't accept it. Now, that doesn't stop the things that people are going to keep saying, but I don't accept that at all. My mother was a heavy alcoholic. She's not even the only person in this family that's died from alcoholism. My Aunt Sue also died from alcoholism. She was, I think, around the same age as my mom, maybe a bit older. She was my grandmother's sister, not her daughter. But she was also a heavy alcoholic. And her doctor told her that she had to stop drinking or she was going to die. She stopped drinking and she died drying out. She was such a heavy alcoholic that she died drying out. So, yeah, this is my family. This is the thing. These are the types of things that happen in my family. My, normal, healthy, loving, supportive family of drug addicts and alcoholics who are begging for somebody to blame their addictions and their problems on. Even after her death, I'm still being blamed for my mother's pain. As if I ever told her to drink. I didn't even buy her alcohol. I refused to because I knew what it did to her. I didn't kill my mother. Alcohol killed my mother. Denial killed my mother. I didn't do anything to her. I haven't even spoken to her in years. You don't get to come and accuse me of murdering somebody who I haven't even seen since 2015. Which is what you're doing. You're going around saying, see, you are a murderer. Now you've murdered your mother. No. My mother killed herself with alcohol. There are a lot of people in my family that are going to kill themselves with drugs. And none of it's my fault.